back to Summit Sunrise. We're just getting ready real quickly. Jimbo's here in the studio from Precision Ski, and we're talking about a really important thing, especially now that we are headed into the spring months. It's how to get your gear ready to store.
Exactly. I mean, we have a lot of people bring their equipment into us in the fall, and it's exactly in the condition that it was in the spring, and it honestly could use a little help. You know? Exactly. So first thing, maybe we'll talk about skis.
Okay.
You can see this is my pair of skis, and I'm not done skiing by any means.
Clearly.
But you can see all the Goomba on the base here.
You got a little bit of mud on there.
Yeah, a little mud. It's that time of year. So what you could at least do is wipe this down, because along with that mud, there's probably some magnesium chloride from the atmosphere around the roads, and some petrochemicals from out at the ski areas. At least get your ski bases wiped down to get that off of there, and make sure that the edges are wiped away so that the rust doesn't start to begin
any of that moisture.
Form. And then take a look at your skis. If they're your favorite skis, you like them, go ahead and take them to a shop, get the bases repaired, get the bottoms refinished, the edges sharpened, and then what we do is we put a nice thick storage coat of wax on the base.
Okay.
What that does is it seals everything, and honestly, there's some good chemistry that goes on in between wax and the base material all during the summer when there's a nice coat on. It adds a lot of resistance to damage and wear and UV rays from the sun. So it's a good thing to do. Store your skis with some storage wax. It's a thicker coat of wax. It's usually ironed on, and then that has to be scraped off in the fall, and then you're ready to start skiing. Your skis are ready to go.
Awesome. So you can just go on out.
That's an easy one. Another one, a lot of people don't do this, but it's a good thing to do, that your bindings inside the toe and the heel piece, they have a spring, and that spring is compressed when the indicator settings are set on your height and weight and age and all that sort of thing. But what you could do would be, you could either do it yourself. There's a screw in the front of the binding normally, and there's one in the heel that controls the indicator setting. You can back those off all the way to the minimum setting. If you're unsure about doing this, and I can see how it could be a little perplexing. If you go to a shop, if you come into our shop, we just back them off. We don't even charge you for that.
Oh, okay, that's
awesome.
But
then what you need to do is in the fall, you take your boots and skis and bindings into the shop, get the wax scraped off, get the bindings reset and tested, and then everything's going to be working perfectly for the season.
That's always a good peace of mind to be going into the summer.
There's a lot that you can do. In the area of boots, it's always interesting. We have a lot of people that come in to our shop in the fall or early winter, and their boots are like this, and they've been like that all summer. Boots don't like being like that.
No.
It will really disrupt how the boot fits. These plastic components straighten way out. Makes it difficult to close the boot and really get comfortable in the boot when you start the season. So some things that you could do is, first of all, just close the boot up like this, and one of the things that you can do is use a little oil, put a drop of oil on each of the micro adjusts, and just move it a little bit. Just like this, to work that oil in there, and then the buckles won't freeze up. Take a look at the boot soles. You can see here this heel piece right here is wearing down pretty thin. Might be a good time to go to a shop, get fresh toe and heel pads. And the reason to do this sooner rather than later is, after a while, the manufacturers don't provide these any longer. So if you have an old pair of boots, it's hard to get this done the longer that you wait. So then once you've got your boots wiped down, a little oil on the buckles, check the toe and the heel pads, then I suggest going ahead and putting something inside them. You can put some newspaper, stuff that in there. If you keep the boots out in your garage, for example, or in a storage area. We had a lady come in a few years ago, and her boots had been in the garage in a boot bag, and they had not closed the boot bag, and the boots were completely filled up with dog food.
Oh, gosh.
I think a little rodent was busy all summer long. So that's why, it's good you can put your boots right into a boot bag when you've got them all closed up and the buckles oiled, the toe and heel pads replaced. Put them in a boot bag, zip the boot
And
bag
then
closed.
close the boot
close
bag.
the boot bag.
Something
Put
to
that,
note.
You can put that in the garage, or if you don't keep your boots in a boot bag, keep them inside. They'll be safe from predators there.
Exactly. Well, so good to know, because I feel like that's something that people tend to neglect. They think, oh, the ski season's over. I'm just going to throw all my gear.
Just like with the boots, they kick them off. That's how they stay.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind doesn't always exactly work. So you want to make sure you're doing what you can to ensure that when season comes around next year, you're good to go. All you have to do, like you said, scrape that wax that you put on there off and hit the hill again.
Exactly.
Already thinking about next season. So
right.
Awesome, Jimbo. So if you have any questions about how you should be properly storing your skis or boards or boots, just go over and see this guy. You can find Precision Ski and Golf right across from the Walmart shopping complex, conveniently located in the heart of Frisco, and they'll always help you out, be there to answer any questions you have, and give you a great tune if you're not done with your ski season quite yet. Awesome. So thank you, Jimbo, so much for coming in today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Great to see you, and we've still got a little bit more skiing and riding
look
in our
for Easter eggs?
Possibly. Well, I'm going to be over at the Slush Cup at Keystone tomorrow.
Sweet.
So that's always a good event to see.
Wear your suntan lotion.
It was suntan lotion, and then I'm looking for best crash. That's a category,
nice.
So it's going to be awesome. We're going to take a quick break here on Summit Sunrise. We still have our watch and win around the corner. We're giving away $50 to the Dredge Restaurant in Breckenridge, so you know you want to stick around for that.
That sounds great.